Started with a book study of The Leader in Me and decided to make a change here on our campus. And we have seen a dramatic change in the community of the teaching staff, in the community of the students, as they work together to solve problems and lead themselves. It's a beautiful thing to have students have the same language to communicate on the playground and in their classrooms, to talk about being proactive or beginning with the end in mind.
It was just a feel that you have when you walk into a school, and I felt love, I felt such focus, and seeing the children share their leadership with us was just so heartwarming, and to see them blossom right before your eyes is really what this work is all about. It's building confidence, and of course being in this amazing school with Mr. Husbands today, and to see his incredible leadership and the impact that he is making in this community along with the teachers of this school. It's a little overwhelming.
I am just so honored to be able to have all of our guests here today for our 5th annual Leadership Day. It's all about the students and seeing the leadership potential of all of our kids and everything that they have accomplished over these years. It's something that you'll find embedded in the classrooms, in the school.
Because number 6 is my favorite because we can synergize, and when we're playing a sport, we can help each other. And number 3 is to put first thing first, is put your work first, then playing.
My favorite habit is seek first to understand, then to be understood. As a parents, we tend to assume that we know exactly what our children are thinking or feeling or what they are going through. However, it can be something completely different. We need to give them the opportunity to express themselves in order to fully understand what is going on. This will help us build trust and understanding. I feel that the practice of the 7 habits has had an impact in my family's life because I have learned to be a better listener with my children.
On today's Bridging Futures, we showcase Dollahan Elementary School's Leader in Me program.
We've started with a book study of The Leader in Me and decided to make a change here on our campus. And we have seen a dramatic change in the community of the teaching staff, in the community of the students, as they work together to solve problems and lead themselves. It's a beautiful thing to have students have the same language to communicate on the playground and in their classrooms, to talk about being proactive or beginning with the end in mind.
It was just a feel that you have when you walk into a school, and I felt love, I felt such focus, and seeing the children share their leadership with us was just so heartwarming, and to see them blossom right before your eyes is really what this work is all about. It's building confidence, and of course being in this amazing school with Mr. Husbands today, and to see his incredible leadership and the impact that he is making in this community along with the teachers of this school. It's a little overwhelming.
I am just so honored to be able to have all of our guests here today for our 5th annual Leadership Day. It's all about the students and seeing the leadership potential of all of our kids and everything that they have accomplished over these years. It's something that you'll find embedded in the classrooms, in the school.
Because number 6 is my favorite because we can synergize, and when we're playing a sport, we can help each other. And number 3 is to put first thing first, is put your work first, then playing.
My favorite habit is seek first to understand, then to be understood. As a parents, we tend to assume that we know exactly what our children are thinking or feeling or what they are going through. However, it can be something completely different. We need to give them the opportunity to express themselves in order to fully understand what is going on. This will help us build trust and understanding. I feel that the practice of the 7 habits has had an impact in my family's life because I have learned to be a better listener with my children.
On today's Bridging Futures, we showcase Dollahan Elementary School's Leader in Me program.
We've started with a book study of The Leader in Me and decided to make a change here on our campus. And we have seen a dramatic change in the community of the teaching staff, in the community of the students, as they work together to solve problems and lead themselves. It's a beautiful thing to have students have the same language to communicate on the playground and in their classrooms, to talk about being proactive or beginning with the end in mind.
It was just a feel that you have when you walk into a school, and I felt love, I felt such focus, and seeing the children share their leadership with us was just so heartwarming, and just to see them blossom right before your eyes is really what this work is all about. It's building confidence, and of course being in this amazing school with Mr. Husbands today, and to see his incredible leadership and the impact that he is making in this community, along with the teachers of this school. It's a little overwhelming.
I am just so honored to be able to have all of our guests here today for our 5th annual Leadership Day. It's all about the students and seeing the leadership potential of all of our kids and everything that they have accomplished over these years. It's something that you'll find embedded in the classrooms, in the school.
Because number 6 is my favorite because we can synergize, and when we're playing a sport, we can help each other. And number 3 is to put first thing first, is put your work first, then playing.
My favorite habit is seek first to understand, then to be understood. As a parents, we tend to assume that we know exactly what our children are thinking or feeling or what they are going through. However, it can be something completely different. We need to give them the opportunity to express themselves in order to fully understand what is going on. This will help us build trust and understanding. I feel that the practice of the 7 habits has had an impact in my family's life because I have learned to be a better listener with my children.
On today's Bridging Futures, we showcase Dollahan Elementary School's Leader in Me program.
We've started with a book study of The Leader in Me and decided to make a change here on our campus. And we have seen a dramatic change in the community of the teaching staff, in the community of the students, as they work together to solve problems and lead themselves. It's a beautiful thing to have students have the same language to communicate on the playground and in their classrooms, to talk about being proactive or beginning with the end in mind.
It was just a feel that you have when you walk into a school, and I felt love, I felt such focus, and seeing the children share their leadership with us was just so heartwarming, and just to see them blossom right before your eyes is really what this work is all about. It's building confidence, and of course being in this amazing school with Mr. Husbands today, and to see his incredible leadership and the impact that he is making in this community, along with the teachers of this school. It's a little overwhelming.
I am just so honored to be able to have all of our guests here today for our 5th annual Leadership Day. It's all about the students and seeing the leadership potential of all of our kids and everything that they have accomplished over these years. It's something that you'll find embedded in the classrooms, in the school.
Because number 6 is my favorite because we can synergize, and when we're playing a sport, we can help each other. And number 3 is to put first thing first is put your work first, then playing.
My favorite habit is seek first to understand, then to be understood. As a parents, we tend to assume that we know exactly what our children are thinking or feeling or what they are going through. However, it can be something completely different. We need to give them the opportunity to express themselves in order to fully understand what is going on. This will help us build trust and understanding. I feel that the practice of the 7 habits has had an impact in my family's life because I have learned to be a better listener with my children.
I can leave it in your pocket. Do we have a motion to adjourn closed session?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Time is 7:12. Open session is reconvened. At the direction of the Board of Education, board meetings are recorded, broadcasted, and streamed live, and may capture images and sounds of those attending the meeting. Tonight is the last RUSD school board meeting of the 2018-2019 school year, and we will begin with some superstars performing. First, let's have Warner Elementary School 5th grade student Ethan McFadden please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and put your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now be seated.
Well done.
Thank you, Ethan. Now, we will have some talented student musicians performing a musical selection on trumpets and violin called Star Magic.
Violin.
Thank you, beautiful stars, and thank you, board, for inviting us this evening. We represent Warner well. We always choose to shine bright. We'd like to take the time to invite you to our 10-year anniversary tomorrow. These young ladies will be there, and other guests will be there, and we hope to see you there. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you, Warner Principal, Dr. Balagan, and parents and guardians for coming out to support our talented stargazers. Dr. Avila, do we have a report out of closed session?
Yes, we do. The Board of Education accepted the supervisory appointment of Monica Soto, Central Kitchen Supervisor, Nutrition Services. The roll call vote was unanimous. And the Board of Education accepted the administrative appointment of Christina Krauschar, Child Nutrition Program Innovator, Nutrition Services. The roll call vote was unanimous.
Next, we go to adoption of the agenda. Do we have any polls or comments or questions regarding the agenda tonight? Hearing none, do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Preferential vote by student board member.
Aye.
Vote by board members.
Aye.
Aye. Next, we go to item B, presentations. High School District Student Advisory Committee, DSAC. Take it away, Jasmine.
Thank you. First up, we have Nyla Robertson from Carter High School.
Good evening, Honorable Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. Avila, and viewing audience. My name is Nyla Robertson, ASB Vice President at Carter High School. I hope everyone is having an outstanding May. For the first part of this line report, I'd like to recap some major accomplishments and past events at Carter. Carter performed amazing at the Mesa End of the Year competition, taking first and second place in robotics and second place for cardboard boats. For Carter's art department, 10th grader Joel Martinez won first place. In addition, Joel won a cash prize and a trip to Washington, D.C. to see his artwork displayed at the Capitol building. Congratulations to Regina Rodes, Vice President of the Carter High Family, Career and Community Leaders of America. She earned the Gold Seal in the Child Development Competitive Recognition event at the 2019 FCCLA California State Leadership Conference in Riverside. Last week, Carter celebrated on Class of 2019 with our Senior Awards Night. It was a night full of hugs and proud smiles from our outstanding scholars. Now I'd like to briefly go over upcoming events. On May 24th, we will have our grad night at Six Flags Magic Mountain. May 29th, senior breakfast. June 1st, our graduation at Citizens Bank Arena. Thank you, Board of Education, Dr. Avila, and our viewing audience. It has been an honor sharing updates with you this school year. I would also like to thank Mrs. Saida Joffrey, Mrs. Edith Torres, and Mr. Carlos for this amazing journey on DSAC. Thank you so much.
Next up, we have Cesar Ramos from Eisenhower High School.
Good evening, Honorable Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. Avila, and viewing audience. My name is Cesar Ramos, and I serve as the proud ASB President for Eisenhower High School, or at least will do until June 1st. These past few weeks have been full of success for Eisenhower High School. We had our perfect attendance assembly in which we celebrated 192 students with perfect attendance. One specific student standing out amongst them all, Irene Zapata, who never took a break, never took a sick day, was never late, and earned our ultimate award for having perfect attendance throughout her elementary, middle school, and high school career. Outstanding job, Irene. Also, what better way to end the year than with our amazing performing arts groups? In these last few concerts, and shows, we were allowed to once more experience the great talent our groups hold. And with lots of emotions, our dance, cheer, drama, band, Pacific Islanders, and choir held their last performances of the year. Thank you for all your constant great effort. This past May 13, we held our installation dinner, where we had our candle ceremony in which our students' leaders installed the officers for next year who pledged to give nothing but their best to make the school year of 2019-2020 a memorable one. Our prom was held on May 11th, and I can tell you that it was for sure one of the books. Our students had so much fun that they almost broke the dance floor, literally. The important part is that everyone is safe and had an amazing night. Thanks for the memories, Eagles. Our senior awards was filled with success as we celebrated those seniors who have done an extraordinary job in following with their education. We awarded $55,000 in scholarships to our seniors. Good luck to all of you. Our AVID group also held their AVID Sash ceremony, whose class consists of 62 seniors, in which 58 of them were accepted into a 4-year university, and 60 of them completed the A through G requirements. Simran Preet and Abraham Paris were awarded $1,000 each in scholarships in behalf of the RIMS AVID. The AVID Club also gave $3,000 in scholarships to their seniors, and they overall earned more than $494,000 in grants. Outstanding job, AVID seniors. Lastly, since this is my last speech, I would like to give a huge shout out to the person who makes all of these events possible, Ms. Enriquez Pulido. I truly don't know what Eisenhower would be without you, without our fearless leader. Thank you, and a huge thank you to Ms. Joffrey, Ms. Edith, Mr. Carlos, and everyone involved in the DSEC program for giving me this amazing opportunity. This concludes my report. I am always thrilled to announce our success to you. We wish you well and hope to see you in June 1st. Thank you.
Next up, I will be presenting for Rialto High School.
All right.
Good evening, Honorable Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. Avila, and viewing audience. My name is Jasmine Hernandez, and I am a proud member of Rialto ASB. I'm so excited to share with you one final time on what's going on at Rialto High School. We were so honored to recognize our 53 distinguished scholars and over 300 seniors at Senior Awards Night last week. Last night, thanks to the generosity of the district, we held our CIF ring ceremony at Arrowhead County Club. CIF champions cheer and soccer, we have our rings, I received the rings, and it was an amazing evening. I would like to thank Dr. Avila and Dr. McDuffie for attending, and just thank you so much. The kids really appreciate it. And then we are excited for our Senior Sunset event tomorrow and Prom 2019 this Saturday at the Ocean Institute in Dana Point. It has been an amazing year at RHS, and I would like to thank Ms. Saida Joffrey, Mrs. Torres, and Mr. Carlos for this amazing year in DSAC. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jasmine. Next, we go to item 2, Helen L. Dullahan Elementary School, Leader in Me, National Lighthouse School Recognition. And Mr. Martinez is going to help us with that. Thank you, Mr. Martinez.
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm wondering, okay, why are all these people here? Okay, you will find out. I'll share it with you. This has been a remarkable school year for achievements, honors, recognitions, and growth in the Rialto Unified School District. And so tonight, we are excited to end the last meeting of the school year with a national recognition for Helen L. Dullahan Elementary School. Dullahan Elementary was selected as a Leader in Me Lighthouse School by Franklin Covey Company. The Lighthouse School recognition is awarded to school sites that have produced outstanding results and positive student outcomes by implementing the Leader in Me program with fidelity. Dullahan staff is being recognized for their extraordinary impact the school is having on students, parents, and the greater educational community. We are thrilled to recognize Dallahan Elementary as a Leader in Me Lighthouse School, stated Sean Covey, President, Franklin Covey Education. Schools who achieve the Lighthouse milestone are great examples of a strong leadership model and what it means to be a Leader in Me school. This school has experienced transformational results by implementing the principles and practices related to the Leader in Me. The Leader in Me is an evidence-based, comprehensive school improvement model developed in partnership with educators that empowers students with the leadership and the life skills they need to thrive in the 21st century. I did say thrive, not just survive. Synthesis, okay, now I made myself forget. Okay, it is a synthesis of universal timeless principles of personal, interpersonal, and organizational effectiveness, such as responsibility, vision, integrity, teamwork, collaboration, and renewal, which are common to all people and cultures. The Leader in Me utilizes and integrates several leadership, educational, and social-emotional learning models from past and current thought leaders, including the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by the late Stephen R. Covey. We are honored to become a Leader in Me Lighthouse School, Dallahan Principal Mr. Daniel Husband said. Daniel, why don't you and your staff come on up? You want to read your quote?
We have seen such amazing results from implementing this program. This recognition is a reflection of the concerted effort of all staff, students, parents, and the larger community working towards success for all students. The continued growth in student proficiency in ELA and math, an increase in English learner reclassifications, and a continued decrease in student discipline is in large part due to our continued commitment to the Leader in Me.
This is quite an accomplishment.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of all of you. And I'm going to send this down the road to start. On behalf of the Board of Education and Superintendent Dr. Avila, congratulations Dallahan Elementary School staff for setting high standards, continued efforts to increase academic scores, decrease student discipline, and teach all of our students, my grandkids, that there lives a leader in all of them. We are very proud of your accomplishments. And it says, please come up when I call your name, but I think you're here. Again, congratulations. If you have a few words.
I just want to thank Dr. Avila and the board for allowing us to have the autonomy to form our own identity, and this has just been a work really that is all of us is responsible. For me, it's just a privilege to actually lead this group of individuals because it's really not about me, it's about them and all that they've done. And so I sincerely thank my staff and following me in this journey. As I shared last week at our celebration, it's not an ending just because we got the certification, but in fact is really a new beginning of the next chapter of what we're doing. So thank you for this recognition and for allowing us to be here and recognizing our amazing staff for what they've done. So thank you.
And they are amazing. Okay, and we do have certificates for everyone and a plaque for the school. Rialto Unified School District Certificate of Recognition on May 22nd, 2019, presented to Daniel Husbands, Dallahan Elementary School Principal, Excellence in Leader in Me, National Lighthouse School 2018-2019, RUSD School Year. Again, from the board. Congratulations. Thank you. Adrian Ortega. Thank you. Michelle Christensen. She's not here. Kathy Robles. Irene Gutierrez. Janie Colgate. Congratulations. Lori Hicks. Patty Fitzsimmons. This one I know. Shall I embarrass you? No? Okay. I will anyway. I've known Shelley since she was about age 12. She, at about 15, started babysitting for my son. I won't tell you how old he is. I'll get slugged. Okay, Shelley Gastelow. Yvette Valencia. Amber Mayer. And will the board come up and join us for a photo, please?
Of course.
We are very proud of all the staff, the principal, everything that has transformed things for my kids, our kids, and the board is very appreciative.
I don't know how to say this, the height impaired in the front because we have such a great and then just, and the plaque.
Yes.
Mr. Husband, carry that one? Yes. We can have more on this side. Jasmine, come on this side, sweetie. Okay, and if we can get a little bit closer, there you go. It doesn't look that close in the, can you jump on the chair that way?
One jump.
Right. We're trained. Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Smile. Perfect.
Can we get everybody's face?
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Very impressive. Great job. Congratulations.
Did you create that in the one you created this over there? Some fruit water. It's got spa water.
He's infusing his water.
Let's give one more round of applause for Dullahan Elementary School. Next we go, and thank you, Mr. Martinez. Next we go to B3, Retired Teachers Association, to present grants to teachers. Let me rephrase that. You're gonna come and give money, free money, to teachers.
Absolutely.
Woo!
Everybody likes free money.
Yes.
Yep. Superintendent Avila, President Montes, other members of the board, and the audience, it is always my privilege to be here to do this. Eisenhower High School was my start.
And you're in.
Yes. I started there, she finished there. But that was like 50 years ago. Been at this a long time. Teaching is so cool. And this district, as we can see with Dullahan School, and the times I've been here before, this district has got a lot of very good teachers. Innovative, trying things. Their budgets are short. They put their own money out. They ask for money. These are people that are dedicated to making our students become the best that they can possibly be. And that secures our future, and I think that's a really good deal. I do want to tell you one short thing about our organization. Some of you may know, because you may have been here in the past, some of the board members know, that we've been around for a long time, like 80 years. It's a pretty long time. And Ruth Duda-Prida, who started our organization, also started the National Retired Teachers Association. Out of that group, one of the members that was, again, in our membership, went to run the National Teachers Association, also turned around and started AARP.
Wow.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow. Teachers have an influence. I think that's pretty cool. So we've been around for 80 years protecting teachers' pensions. And obviously with ARP, we protect virtually everybody's pensions. We keep watching those kind of things. My greatest fun, though, isn't doing that. That's hard work. This part is hard work, but it's fun work. And when work is fun, you don't mind. Your school district this year really outdid itself. Lisa Lindbergh, I don't know what she did, put pep pills in these people. I have no idea how she did this. But Rialto School District put in 95 applications this year. That is normally our total. This district alone put in 95. So Linda and I and the rest of the board had a big job. We had to go through 151 applications this year. So the teachers that win these things really have got some good ideas going to help build our students. So we'd like to go ahead and start presenting those. I'll call them up and give you a short little bit about what they've got going. First, Delicia Chatuk. You come on up. And Delicia's got moonbeams in her eyes. Most of us see the moon at night, but we don't teach our young children at night. We teach them in the morning and in the daytime. So we actually helped her to buy 2 telescopes so that her kids could see the real moon craters live. And I'm a photographer at heart. My dad was a professional photographer, and I knew what it's like to do things live as opposed to just seeing a picture of them. What a difference. Next up, Laura Diamond. Laura says there'll always be a place for pencil and paper activities. I suppose that's true, but we're in a digital world. So rather than doing business as usual, Laura is embracing all kinds of technology. I've got a picture of one of the things she has here. This is a headset with microphone. And Laura, your class is what age?
4th grade.
4th grade, and they're doing TV videos and those kind of things, commercials, whatever. And so you have to have the right kind of microphones and headsets and those kind of things to make that happen. We thought that was pretty cool, keeping right up with the digital age and the children. Ronnie Kovich. Ronnie really impressed us. This guy does his homework. He wanted some more books so we have a well-rounded classroom library. So he submitted 70 books with summaries for each of them. Yeah, how's that for doing your homework? That also impresses the kids, and it certainly impressed us. And then as it turns out, Ronnie's going from 4th grade to 2nd grade, right? Got the money just in time to buy the books for 2nd grade. Marine trainer? There she be. Marine has a really neat one going. It's creating and expanding a rock garden called Only One You. Each rock is hand-painted, placed in a beautiful walkway between the buildings to remind the students that they are unique, to be their best, to be good friends, to work together, and to be gracious. That's pretty cool. My wife used to do things like that and hang them in the hallways, and the students would always go by and say, oh, mine's the best one up there. So I know that when these kids see those rocks, they're going to go, yeah, that's my rock. I'm a nice guy. Nadia, yes, I knew I got a text from Nadia. Hers really got to me, and got to several other board members, because a lot of us are older, and we actually love to read. And when I was teaching, that's one of the things I had in my classroom was a high interest reading level thing. And I do know for a fact, because I ran experiments against other teachers in their classrooms, and that period where we had sustained silent reading, the kids' average grade point was almost a full grade higher. So instead of getting D students, you got C students out of these kids. So that's what she's doing. She's buying some high interest level sets of books, various titles, to help improve the reading for her room. Thomas Basta. Morgan Elementary, and he's working on STEM projects, science, technology, engineering, and math, right? So we got to have some stuff to be able to make all that work. So he's creating various themed gardens around the school, vegetable gardens, native plant gardens, and rows of things. Again, another really neat project because a lot of city kids don't know much about how things work. Take them to a farm, and I says, "Oh, is that what they do on a farm? Wow, that's where my ham sandwich came from." I don't think I'll eat ham anymore. Those guys eat mud. Is Sandra Chauvin here? Yes, she is. There she is. Third grade inclusion special ed. Boy, my heart goes out to you. I had a special ed sister. She wants to take their fourth grade challenge books. But she needs more lower level books and needs more expository books to help explain things, right? And fourth graders can surely use that. So again, books is a friend of mine, so those oftentimes work. David Lewis. He wants to buy culturally diverse instruments to motivate and enhance lessons with his students, and he is in SDC pre-K. And musical instruments work. When my wife used to sub in this district, she used to always make the music happen with the kids. Lydia Mims Williams. Don't think I got a note from her tonight either. She's going to be using Kiva planks, K-E-V-A, to increase the number of projects and student involvement in the STEM projects. So they're going to be able, students must create, use, and explain complex structures, art, and geometry. And that's a pretty good deal for sixth grade. I was fully capable of doing math and all those science things. That was one of my degrees. So I know what she's trying to do. Very, very good. So these are our winners, the teachers in your district, among the other ones that go over here with Helen Dallahan.
Let's get a picture now on the mic. If you can ask Lisa Lindbergh to join us, that would be wonderful.
Oh, Lisa? Yes, she is here. I will go back and ask her.
Does the Board of Education please come up?
I can't ask her on the mic, can I? Oh, I guess I could.
go ahead. Yeah, she can hear
Lisa
you.
Lindbergh, you are invited down to the boardroom. Please attend. There she is.
Lisa, don't try to hide. Okay, get a little bit closer, okay? Okay. This is good stuff. A little bit closer. It doesn't look that close in pictures. Okay, wonderful. And everybody can look over here.
Ready? One more. Perfect. Thank you.
Congratulations. Have fun with your money.
You guys really want the picture showing up.
Oh, you called me. And I tried to call you back. Thank you. Here you go.
Kid, need that in the microphone. Just in case.
What awesome presentations tonight. And we go to our next awesome presentation, item B4, recognition of student board member Jasmine Hernandez, scholarship recipient.
Well, this is a happy but sad moment for the board because we're very happy for Jasmine. We've had a wonderful year with her as our student board member. I don't bite. But we're very sad that we're going to be losing her because she's off to a bigger and better, brighter future. Where are you going next year? Okay, awesome. Wonderful. Okay, so tonight will be Jasmine Hernandez's final school board meeting for the school year as she vacates her district level seat and heads towards graduation. And we find another student board member, not to replace her because she is irreplaceable, but to continue the rich tradition that this Board of Education began 19 years ago. Jasmine is 17 years old and, of course, a graduating senior from Rialto High School. Well, it's not Eisenhower, but I forgive her for that. She has a younger sister, Emily Gutierrez. We also appreciate Jasmine's mother, Ms. Juliana Hernandez, who would rush from her full-time job to make sure she could observe her daughter participating in our school board meetings at night. Is Mom here? Why don't you come up here too? Jasmine, whose favorite subject is science, took the free college promise offer and will attend San Bernardino Valley College in the fall. For those of you who don't know, the free college offer is they accepted 1,000 qualifying students to get their first 2 years at either Valley or Chaffee Community College free, plus an additional $500 to buy their books and whatever. So it's a really good deal. So she's off to a great start.
Miss O'Kelly, that's Crafton Hills.
What did I say?
Chaffee.
Oh, I'm sorry. Chaffee's closer to me, that's why. As her one school year term closes, she fondly remembers the 3 fun experiences she had as a student board member. Number 1, flying for the first time to San Francisco to collect the state CSBA Golden Bell Award on stage with then President Mr. Martinez last December. Our DSEC students won the Golden Bell Award, a very big award, and Jasmine was part of that trip, so that's awesome. Making friends with other DSAC students and buying mini ears at Disneyland Youth Education Series. And earning a CIF Cheer Squad Championship ring. You want to show it off? Those of you who have not seen the Rialto High School cheerleaders, they are amazing. So then they won the national championship, right? Okay. Jasmine said, I have had the most positive and comfortable experience sitting with the Board of Education. Thank you for one of the best memories of my senior year. I am truly very appreciative of this great experience and will never forget any of you. Thank you, Jasmine, and like the students before you, we wish you and all of our students the best in their future and in their lives. Your success is the Rialto Unified School District's success, and it is also our success. On behalf of the Board of Education, I want to hand you over a $2,000 scholarship check. And that will help transition you into Valley too. Maybe you can buy a car or something. And like you, we will never forget you, Jasmine. You have been wonderful. Thank you so much. And a departing school board member also gets this special gift, which I'll let you take it out so you can show everyone what it is.
You have to test it, though. You have to test it at least one time.
An engraved gavel to remind her of her student board experience.
There's a base inside for you to hit it.
Check and see if it works. If it doesn't work, we're sending it right back.
There it is. Do you have anything you would like to say?
Thank you. I just want to say thank you to everyone, the board, everyone at the district for believing in me. It has been such an amazing year. I would have never thought that just me can represent 29 schools, but it was with your guys' support and everyone at the sites, all the 29 schools, all the principals and everyone. You really did support me, and I just want to say I will be forever grateful. Thank you.
And we want you to come back and visit and let us know how you are doing.
Of course.
Of course, we know you're going to be doing great. Okay, thank you, Jasmine, and,
Board picture.
board picture, sorry.
Come on, and where's Emily? Emily, we're videoing this whole thing. So. There you go. Hand your mom the check. Do this. You don't want to lose that one.
There you go. One of those giant checks.
There you go. Okay. You get right there.
I know where to stand.
All right, big smile.
Next, we go to item C, public comments from the floor. At this time, any person wishing to speak on any item not on the agenda will be granted 3 minutes. And before I read out the cards, I'd like to ask if any of the speakers have any students or children with them. What was the name?
Omar Aguayo and Alma Aguayo.
Okay. Okay, please come to the podium. And if nobody minds, we'll go ahead and let the children, go home first.
Is the stool there? Is there a stool? Yeah. Yes. We want to be able to see Omar. There you go. There you go.
There you go.
Hello. Wait. Hello. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Omar Aguayo, and I'm a 5th grader at Fitzgerald Elementary. My teacher is Mrs. Norman. I just wanted to say that I noticed that my principal does not support or appreciate the hard work that my teacher does for my class. Please, I ask you to hold my principal accountable to treat our teachers nice and fair. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, good evening, board members, persons from the district and public. My name is Salva Aguayo. I am a parent and a volunteer at Fitzgerald Elementary. I am here to complain and speak on behalf of a lot of parents of Fitzgerald Elementary. Some of them, they are afraid of retaliation from our administrator. I am here even a little afraid for my own job, but I am also here tired and sick of all the unfair situations going on in our elementary. I am a former employee at Fitzgerald, and I have witnessed a lot of situations. The administrator is unfair with some of the teachers. It is like she's trying to get rid of them on purpose, even though these teachers are excellent at their jobs and mainly with their kids, like my son's teacher. The administrator is not trustworthy. You never know if she's going to be saying the truth because right in front of you, she lies and contradicts herself. Some very good families, staff, and teachers want to leave the school because of the administrator, or some have left already. I am not a troublemaker. I do not like to complain, but enough is enough. Some parents want to complain, but they have lost faith in this board because nothing about our school seems to be fixed. You are here for the kids. Please do something for the kids at Fitzgerald. Thank you.
Do we have any speakers with children tonight? Okay, next we go to Mrs. Celia Saravia.
A mí nunca me han ofrecido el banquito.
Sáquenselo, por favor, sáquenselo.
Buenas noches, miembros de la mesa directiva.
Buenas noches.
Members of the board.
Presidente Mr. Montes.
President Mr. Montes.
Vicepresidente Miss O'Kelly.
Vice President Ms. O'Kelly.
Superintendente Dr. Ávila.
Superintendent Dr. Ávila.
Audiencia.
And audience.
Soy Celia Saravia y represento al grupo de apoyo
I am Celia Saravia and I represent the support group
para padres de niños especiales.
for parents of special needs children.
Y esta noche queremos agradecerle
Tonight we want to thank you,
al presidente Mr. Montes,
President Mr. Montes,
al doctor de Sousa,
Dr. De Sousa,
a Miss Sara Aguilar y María Rangel del Departamento de Nutrición
Ms. Sara Aguilar and Maria Rangel from the Nutrition Department,
y a algunos maestros de la escuela Eisenhower que estuvieron presentes en la ceremonia,
and some of the teachers from Eisenhower School who were present at the ceremony,
en la ceremonia anual de los niños especiales
the annual Special Children's Ceremony
en la Catedral de San Bernardino.
in the San Bernardino Cathedral.
El pasado domingo 19.
Last Sunday, May the 19th.
Muchas gracias por su apoyo.
Thank you so much for your support.
Extrañamos la presencia de Dr. Ávila,
Miss the presence of Dr. Ávila,
de Mr. Ayala,
Ayala,
de Mr. Martínez, de la señorita Nancy, de Miss Walker. Pero sabemos que contamos siempre con su apoyo.
we know we can count on your
Y
support
tenemos
always.
tenemos otros eventos que sabemos que vamos a contar con la presencia de ustedes y con todos los del distrito.
But we have other events that we know we can count on you to be there, and we can count on other people in the district to be there.
Felicidades a todos los homenajeados esta noche.
Congratulations to all the people that were recognized tonight.
Felicidades a todos los que se van a graduar.
Congratulations to all those who are graduating.
Señorita Hernández, felicidades.
Ms. Hernández, congratulations.
Aquí empieza tu vida afuera.
Here, your life out there begins.
Y no sueñes, sino que ponte metas.
And don't dream, make yourself some goals.
Y gracias a todos por su apoyo y por favor, papás del distrito, no pierdan la fe en nuestra junta directiva porque están trabajando bien. Todavía hay algunas cosas que tenemos que ir trabajándolas poco a poco, pero qué bueno que todos los papás vengamos y que seamos los ojos y los oídos afuera de nuestra mesa directiva y de nuestro superintendente para que ellos sepan lo que está pasando afuera.
And to all the parents, please don't lose faith in our board and members. There are things that need to be fixed and there are things that they're working on, but please understand that they are working on them, and let's continue being the eyes and ears of everything that's going on out there in the district.
Gracias. Buenas noches.
Good evening.
Mr. President, would it be okay if Ms. Hernandez was released if she wanted her mom and sister here?
Oh, if at whatever time, you don't have to, but at whatever time. Okay, all right, no problem.
Thank you, Mr. Martinez.
You're welcome.
Mr. or Mrs. R. Spells? Well, in case they come back, oh, okay. Someday we're gonna move the boardroom over there, so we won't have to walk all the way over here.
Hello, everyone. My name is Reagan. I'm sure I should probably stand on something, too. I've heard a lot of good things tonight, and so I'm really disappointed that I have to come here and share something that's not so happy. Let me paint a picture of student one. Student one, I'm going to paint a picture by telling you student one's grades. And I'll start from 8th grade because 8th grade paints a picture of what student one's grades are throughout the whole time they've been in middle school. A, B, B, A, B, A. Student 2, same thing. B, A, B, B, A. Student 1 and Student 2 on March 26 were unprofessionally accosted by a security guard. I'm here as an advocate for Student 1. Student 1 and Student 2 on May 9th were approached by a student and again approached and enticed into a fight, and Student 1 and Student 2 got into a fight. I don't condone fighting in my home, but as an advocate for Student 1, I understand that suspension is necessary. What happened is not only did Student 1 and 2 get a 5-day suspension, they also got a citation for law enforcement. So I ask, how are we creating partnerships with law enforcement before we're creating partnerships for our students? Especially when the person who unprofessionally accosted the students were not removed as quick as the students who were accosted. So I ask you right now, how are we creating when we hear all of these excellent things, Student 1 and Student 2 can definitely and will definitely be and have been a part of the excellent things that you've heard. I question and I leave food for thought why and how the students at Frisbee are continuously, and especially our good kids, underrepresented, undersupported, and not given the attention that is needed. The teachers aren't as well. And it's really frustrating to me as a parent when I call at the district and I'm constantly asked to speak to people, and I'm constantly told to be redirected to the principal. So I'm asking you guys to continuously, and everyone, keep the students at Frisbee in your prayers. And not only behind those prayers, let's give them some backing and give them some support and give them the funds that all of the other schools get to provide programs to the school and to provide the attention that is absolutely needed so these students can be up here and getting all of the accolades that they deserve, because you have a good group of kids at Frisbee who are not getting that support and attention, and you also have great staff who aren't also getting that support and that attention. So I'll leave you with this. As the advocate for Student 1, and because that was their first time being in trouble, as an advocate for my student, I called and I asked, so 5-day suspension for a kid who's in honors classes is really harsh and really detrimental. So the suspension was lowered, and she hasn't received a citation. So if I can be the advocate for Student 1, who is my child, what about the students who don't have the advocates who are still having those citations and still have those citations right now? Who are the advocates for those students? Because I was told there's no jurisdiction over law enforcement at that school. That's it. Thanks. Moving forward, it would be great to see the support.
Thank you, Mrs. Spells. Next we go to Mr. Michael Montano.
That went out years ago because the courts are getting over flooded with
Good evening, everyone in attendance and those viewing at home. As a teacher, we always hear students and teachers, but there are a lot of people that our students come across that need to deal with to get to the classroom, and many times they go without acknowledgement. So I'm just here to acknowledge a few of those people. So I'd like to start by acknowledging our classified, our custodians, who, you know, they get the messiest of the job and make it look all pretty again. Our library aides, our bus drivers that get our students to school, our security, especially the security at my site, who many times has to let me in when I have locked my keys in the room several times a year. Our attendance clerks, our secretaries, and speaking of secretaries, for those that have been fortunate to have Ms. Karen Smith, who is retiring, a great person, and to all the retirees who have given a good part of their lives to this district, congratulations and thank you for where and what you are retiring from, and best wishes on what you are retiring to. Our coaches who work with students, both certificated and not certificated, the CIF titles that have been won in our district this year, we've been fortunate. Some schools, districts don't go a whole season without a title. We've had a few. We're not always fortunate to end on such a high note, but all our other teams, to the coaches that work well beyond the pay of their stipends, thank you. Our students need it, and as a former coach, I know we are underpaid, so again, thank you for those that are still coaching. To our board, Joe Martinez, thank you for acknowledging emails, even though they're not in full, and it's sometimes just, I got your email. It's good to know that it was received, so thank you. We don't always get that, and I know sometimes it's busy. Mr. Ayala, for the experience you bring with your past teaching experience, that helps comfort teachers knowing that there are former teachers on the board. Ms. O'Kelly, for your teaching and experience as an admin. You got both sides, so you got an extra vantage point that others do not.
She has a third eye.
Mr. Montez and Ms. Walker, for your outside of education experience that you bring for where many of our students will be going to. Not everybody ends up in education, and the real world connection that you automatically have. Our superintendent, for the outside of Rialto experience that you bring to us. We definitely need that sometimes. And to our teachers, that with all that, and hate to say that is dumped on you, I like to dump lots of rest and relaxation on you over the summer, if possible. Lisa Lindberg, who often ends her email with, thank you for all you do. I like to thank you for all you do. And lastly, not only to thank again, but to acknowledge all our classified who work with our students in different capacities without ever having been trained to work with students. As teachers, we know going in that it's working with students. Many times you do not, and you guys managed to do an awesome job, so thank you. And that's it.
Thank you, Mr. Montano. Next, we go to Alejandra Ortega. With this, is this with also with Lourdes Palomares and Luvia Nava? Okay, you guys can come up together. And Maria Elena Diaz too?
Ask for the strongest speaker. Ask for the strongest speaker.
¿Gustan hablar todos o nomás querían venir como grupo?
Uno por uno, pero queremos estar así todos en grupo. ¿Está bien?
One by one, but we want to come up together as a group. Is that okay?
Yes, of course. Y si nos pueden hacer el favor de
Ser breves.
¿Mande? Sí.
Ser breves, ok, está bien.
And you can please be brief.
Ok.
Be brief?
Eh,
Yes, of course.
Buenas noches a todos, a la mesa directiva, a
Good
los
evening, everybody, board,
administrativos, padres y maestros.
administrators, parents, and teachers.
El motivo de nuestra visita esta noche para ustedes
The reason for visiting you tonight
es entregarles una carta que nosotros como padres formulamos
is to deliver you a letter that we, the parents, wrote
con algunas firmas que recolectamos apenas hoy
with some signatures that we collected just today.
por la premura de tiempo no pudieron ser demasiadas,
Because of restrictions of time, we couldn't get more signatures.
pero esperemos que esto hable y les dé a ustedes una noción de lo que nosotros queremos explicar.
But we hope that this speaks to and gives you an idea as to what we want to express to you.
Ok. Nosotros estamos aquí hoy porque queremos que nuestra directora de Dunn Elementary School,
We are
Serena
here
Quinn,
tonight because we want that our principal from Dunn Elementary School, Ms. Serena Hune,
queremos seguir contando con ella el siguiente año escolar.
we want to make sure that she stays with us for the next school year.
Ha pasado algo curioso en esa escuela.
Something funny has happened at that school.
Constantemente hemos tenido directores nuevos.
We have constantly had new principals.
Nosotros caímos en cuenta, bueno, es por obviedad, que si a un director no le dan la oportunidad de que demuestre todo lo que puede hacer en un corto lapso de tiempo, no lo puede hacer.
It became obvious to us that if a principal isn't given the opportunity to show us exactly what they can do and they are given such a brief time, they will not be able to show it.
En este caso, la directora ha tenido una apertura maravillosa con los padres.
In this case, the principal has had a great relationship with the parents.
Nos ha hecho que trabajemos en conjunto con ella.
She has made us work collaborative with her.
Y eso lo valoramos mucho.
And we value that a lot.
Por el nivel educativo de los niños.
For the better level of education for the children.
Por favor, denle la oportunidad de que siga mejorando.
Please give her the chance to continue doing better.
Nuestra escuela.
For our school to continue doing better.
Ha trabajado muy de cerca con talleres para padres.
She has worked very closely with workshops for parents.
Los niños tienen otra mentalidad.
The children have adopted another mentality.
Ella adoptó para nuestra escuela la bandera de carreras y universidades.
She has adopted the flag of careers and universities for our school.
Ahora nuestros niños están enfocados.
And now our children are focused
en que ellos pueden llegar a colegios y universidades.
knowing that they can reach colleges and universities.
Y no queremos que esto afecte a nuestros niños.
And we don't want this to affect our children.
Porque estar cambiando constantemente y no darle la oportunidad a una persona que siga mejorando la escuela.
Because having continuous changes and not giving one person the opportunity to continue improving the school
los afecta indirectamente a ellos, más bien directamente a ellos.
Affects the children indirectly, actually directly.
Es todo y les dejo aquí la carta y las firmas que recolectamos.
That is it, and I leave with you here this letter and the signatures we collected.
Buenas tardes, mesa directiva y audiencia.
Good evening, board and audience.
Mi nombre es María Palomares.
My name is María Palomares.
He estado en la escuela Dunn durante los últimos 10 años.
And I have been at Dunn School for the last 10 years.
Y me parece un poco injusto que los padres nos hemos unido.
And I think it is a bit unfair that we, the parents, have united
para pedir un cambio de personal en la oficina.
To ask for a change of staff at the office.
No se nos escuche.
And we are not listened to.
Sin embargo, el director lo muevan cada 2 o 3 años.
However, the principal is changed every 2 or 3 years.
En estos 10 años he visto pasar 5 directores en esta escuela.
In the last 10 years, I have seen 5 principals come and go in this school.
No he podido ver que ningún director termine un proyecto de la mano de los padres de familia porque lo mueven cuando empieza a haber el apoyo en unión con los padres de familia.
I haven't seen a single principal finish a project collaborating with the parents because they move them as soon as they see that unity with the parents at the school.
Y me gustaría saber si hay alguna razón que la mesa directiva nos pueda dar.
And I would like to know if there's a particular reason that the board could let us know.
Por otra parte, me gustaría que el distrito quisiera un poquito a los estudiantes de la escuela Dan y ojalá algún día nos pudieran apoyar y traer un programa como el que tienen en la escuela
On the other hand, I would
Dollahan.
like the board to or to care much for the children done and for you to bring a program like the one we saw today to our school.
Me gustaría que nos apoyaran a crear un ambiente
I would like for you to support us in creating an environment
de alta autoestima y empoderamiento en los estudiantes.
that gives the children a high self-esteem and empowerment.
De la mano de la señorita Sirena, que es la directora.
Along guided by the principal, Ms. Sirena.
Por última parte, quiero terminar con un comentario que me hizo mi hijo y la verdad me dio mucha tristeza.
Lastly, I'd like to finish citing to you a comment that my son made, which made me very sad.
Y me pregunto si a la mesa directiva o al distrito le interesan los estudiantes de DAN.
And I asked myself if the board and the administrators care about the students at Dunn.
Mi niño me comentó,
My son commented to me,
mamá, todos mis amigos dicen que la escuela DAN está yendo coming down,
all my friends tell me that Dunn School is coming down.
pero yo pienso
But I think
que ya estamos down,
that we are already down,
almost casi para morir.
almost dying.
Es todo, gracias.
That is it, thank you.
Buenas noches
Good
a
evening.
miembros de la mesa directiva y audiencia.
Members of the board, audience,
Mi nombre es María Elena Díaz
my name is Maria Elena Diaz.
y tengo 2 hijos en la escuela Dan
and I have two
Elementary
children
School.
At Dunn Elementary School.
Venimos a pedirles de favor que nos apoyen para que nuestra directora
We come to ask you to please support us so that our principal,
la señora Serena Wynn no sea removida de su cargo.
Ms. Serena Wynn, is not removed from her position.
En esta escuela, cada año o cada 2 años nuestros directores están siendo removidos,
At this school, each year or every 2 years, our principals are removed,
dejando sus proyectos empezados o en el olvido.
leaving their projects begun or completely forgotten.
Y a nuestros hijos dejando a nuestros hijos en el limbo y en la espera de nuevos directores y también
Leaving our children in a limbo and in wait for new principals.
dejando la educación de nuestros hijos en el olvido y
And also leaving the education of our children forgotten.
haciéndoles daño en su estado emocional, social y educativo.
Causing them social, emotional, and educational harm.
Nuestra directora actual ha trabajado muy fuerte
Our current principal has worked very hard
con los padres de familia y tiene nuestro total apoyo,
with the parents, and she has our total support.
pero no tiene suficiente apoyo del distrito escolar porque está siendo removida por las razones no sabemos y es lo que
But she
queremos
doesn't have the
pedirles.
support from the district. The reasons we don't know, and that's what we want to know.
Creo yo que la solución
I think that the solution
para que esta escuela mejore su grado académico, el cual está muy bajo,
so that this school improves its academic level, which is very low.
la solución no es remover al director nuevamente.
The solution is not to remove the principal again.
Todo lo contrario, les
the opposite.
les pedimos por favor que nuestra directora no sea removida de su cargo para que pueda cumplir con sus metas.
We ask that our principal please be not removed from her position so that she can fulfill her goals.
Nuestra directora tiene el apoyo de los padres de familia, mas no el de la mesa directiva.
Our principal has the support of the parents, however, not the support of the board.
Queremos que por favor nuestra directora tenga su apoyo, porque una persona no puede elevar una escuela ella sola o los padres de familia. Necesita
We ask that you please give the support to our principal because one person cannot elevate a school by herself. She needs
el apoyo de los padres, el apoyo del administrativo de la escuela y por supuesto de ustedes.
She needs the parent support, the administration's support, and of course, your support.
Tengo una pregunta. ¿Será que nuestra escuela está siendo usada como entrenamiento para directores?
I have a question. Could it be that our school is being used as a training ground for new principals?
Porque cada año o 2 años nuestros directores están siendo removidos, dejando todos sus proyectos empezados, incompletos o en el total olvido. Muchas gracias y espero su apoyo.
Because once every year or every 2 years, our principals are being removed, leaving their projects incomplete or completely forgotten. I expect
Esperamos que ahora sí tener su apoyo de ustedes porque estamos cansados de estar conociendo nuevos directores cada año.
We hope to have your support this time because we're tired of having to meet new principals each year.
Gracias, buenas noches.
Thank you, good evening.
Mr. President, do we have, oh, okay, they're done. I thought we had 2 more speakers. We were at 20 minutes.
Thank you, gracias. Next we go to Michelle Sanchez.
Good evening.
Welcome.
I'm going to put my notes to the side here for a moment and just piggyback off a couple of things that have happened tonight. The teachers being awarded the money, the grants to do things in their classroom is a wonderful thing, and I can't help but say thank you to the retired teachers for that. And I'm also going to piggyback on the gentleman who was up here, I don't remember his name, talking about how he loved to read, and some of our teachers were awarded books for their classroom. I have a gift for the Board of Education tonight and our superintendent. It's a book that someone gave to me that rang true. It's called Extreme Ownership, and when you hear about Navy SEALs, I don't know what you think, but I think of success. Those guys are successful. When they go in, they're going to get her done. And I bought one of those books for each one of you tonight, if it's all right if I can give them those books right now. Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes?
Please hand them to our safety officer there.
Okay. There's one for each of the board members. So I get out this bag. And the superintendent as well. There you go. It's my earnest hope that you will read this book and take to heart some of the lessons in it. I think it, like I said, it rings true about why their program is successful and known around the world as a successful program. I also wanted to talk about, just make some comments, follow-up comments about what I talked to you about at the board meeting on May 8th regarding PBIS. I appreciate that there were some responses to what I said, and I wanted you to understand I'm not opposed to PBIS. PBIS is a wonderful program. Positive behavior interventions are a good thing, and they are happening. It's the lack of discipline and the lack of consequences that are happening all over our district that are creating problems for our teachers and our students and the safety, as I talked about last meeting. Tuesday night, our CIF boys soccer team and our cheer squad were given their championship rings at a wonderful ring ceremony, and listening to their coaches talk about what it takes to be a winner and have a winning team. Some of the things they mentioned were they were humble, they realized that they could do this, they could do it, but they had to work hard, and they had to be disciplined, and they had to listen to their coaches, and they had to follow directions on the field and during practice to get to that level where they were champions. And those are just 2 examples of some really wonderful things going on here. I want the rest of our students to have those same experiences. And I'm going to go over just a couple minutes. I'll try not to be too long. But they were taught how to win. They were taught what it took to win. They didn't get to sit down and whine because they had a bad hair day, and it upset them. They had to get on the line, they had to run, they had to do what their coaches wanted them to do to perform at that level. I think all of our students here are capable of that. I truly believe that.
That's right.
And that's why this book is so important. And I'm going to talk about a little bit the pipeline to prison, because that's one of the big things I keep hearing in the news. It's one of those new things we talk about. And we have students who, because they aren't shown a different way or a different way to handle their problem, they're being sent out of here thinking this behavior is okay. They're going to go out in the world and they're going to get in a situation that's not good and thinking, well, my behavior was okay back here, I can do it over here. And they're not going to have the same result they had at school. They're going to have a reality bite. And sometimes it's really ugly and it's hurtful to our children. I don't want to see any of our kids have to walk out of here thinking that that's their only option. The wellness centers are working. I think they're a great thing. We have some great people in them giving great advice, ways to cope, and get the kids back in the classroom. Ways to get through their day with whatever problem they got going on. So it is my fervent prayer that you will look at this book and take it to heart. If we can spend $336,000 on a consultant to come and do leadership training with our teachers, our principals, and other various groups, I think that this is worth at least looking at and examining. So I don't want to come with just a problem without a solution, okay? I don't ever want to be that person that just complains and doesn't have a solution. And Jasmine, congratulations. I have the pleasure of getting to have Jasmine near my office every day, and she is a wonderful product of the Rialto Unified School District. Thank you very much.
And thank you for the books. It is a
Yes,
gift
thank
to our
you.
students.
Thank you, Mrs. Sanchez. Next, we go to public comments on agenda items. Any person wishing to speak on agenda item will be granted 3 minutes. Do we have any, Dr. Avila?
We do not.
Okay. Next, we go to comments from association executive board members, and we'll start with Rialto Education Association, REA.
Good evening, Board President Montez, Dr. Avila. Congratulations, Jasmine. I'll remind everyone that Jasmine was my third grade student 9 years ago, so I started her road to success. I knew back then she was bound for great things, and I am just so impressed and proud of you. I can't tell you that enough. So I also want to congratulate the teachers who got the Cal RTA grants. Rialto got the most this year. So when it first started, when Cal RTA first came to our rep council, there were maybe 20 teachers that applied, not even, but we've been pushing it, and so it's been really successful, so I'm proud of them as well. And I wanted to ask the board if they got that research document I gave you from the Oregon Teachers Association. In there are a lot of solutions to some of the chaos in our schools that are experienced not only here in Rialto, but throughout the country. So I want to bring your attention to one of the solutions was more visibility of the principals at the sites. And I have had some comments from my members that their principals are not at the sites enough, whether it be a training or some kind of Innovate Ed or a program that involves leadership development. Some of their principals are gone 2 to 3 days a week at the sites. This is almost 40% of the time, and it's for various reasons. I mean, 3 principals were out today for negotiations, which, by the way, I hope you considered some of the things that went down to. Okay. But I just feel that they are gone too much, and I understand they need training. I understand they get pulled away, but a principal needs to be at the site. And Mrs. O'Kelly, you know that. If you were gone 40% of the time, there's no way you could be successful. So, and it's not all of them, but it's significant enough that the members brought it to my attention, so I need to bring it to your attention as well. They need to be on the campuses, and they need to be there for not only the teachers, but the students they serve. So have a good evening. Thank you.
Next, we go to CSCA, California School Employees Association.
Good evening, Rialto Unified Family. I want to start off by saying thank you to the Personnel Department. They put on an awesome We On Our Own this year. A lot of our members were very happy to be recognized, and you guys did an awesome job. So, Martha, please pass that along, and Rhea. Your staff did really well. Last school board meeting, I asked that an item be pulled from the board. I want to thank the board for doing that. If anything, to help those employees, buy them a couple of extra weeks to figure out what they're going to do. Bridget did meet with them since the last meeting, and they're feeling better about their future, so thank you. The security issue, safety officer issue with their tools. I understand that situation should be wrapping up shortly. I'm a little disappointed that it didn't happen a little faster. I was told 30 days initially, and here we are 6 weeks from when I first brought it to your attention. But I do understand there's a process. So other than that, I'm looking forward to working with the district on our negotiations this summer. Looking forward to the many summer projects that we have coming up and getting our district prepared for next school year. And looking forward to having a lot of new faces around here and a new chapter in our district. So that's it, and good evening.
Thank you. Next we go to Rialto School Managers Association. Hello, Rialto School Managers Association. Next we go to Communication Workers of America. Hello, Communication Workers of America. Next we go to our superintendent, Dr. Avila.
Thank you, President Montes, and just want to express my gratitude to classified staff, given that it's Classified Employees Week. All the bus drivers, food service workers, custodians, ground personnel, ground and maintenance personnel, secretaries, clerks, locker room attendants, and everybody who forms part of the classified unit. I want to thank you for all the amazing things that you do each and every day to keep our district being a great district. I also want to congratulate Dallahan Elementary School administration, teachers, classified staff, parents, and especially the students for the amazing journey that they have embarked on over the past 4 to 5 years with the Leader in Me. Do expect to see a lot of great stories come from that. And I've seen them over the last couple of years with how those kids have just taken over essentially their education in so many ways by being advocates for themselves with that Leader in Me curriculum. And also congratulations to the teachers who received the monetary grants today. I know that you'll be doing some amazing things with those additional resources. And congratulations to Jasmine for an amazing year with you. It's been a pleasure to interact with you during board meetings and at events where you represent the 25,000 students, the 29 schools, with such a smile as you're doing right now. Always very polite, very professional, and really the consummate student representative. So thank you for doing that over the course of the past school year. Also just want to congratulate all of the teachers who were in attendance and those who were not able to attend yesterday's Footsteps to Brilliance celebration. Again, for doing your part to ensure that our kids get a head start in those early grades in order to become proficient or reading at grade level before the end of 3rd grade. Congratulations again to all of our honorees at Honor Our Own for your 15, 20, 25, 30, and plus years of service to this district, and especially to those who retired, having given most of their career, if not all of their career, here in the school district for all the great experiences that I'm sure you provided for our students. And congratulations to the 170 plus parents who completed 3 years of FLI training. I had the ceremony yesterday at Rialto High School. And again, just knowing that becoming a lot more at peace with yourselves and being able to find that leader in you is going to make a difference for not only yourself, but for the family and especially for the students who you share with us. And then yesterday, as been mentioned several times already, just congratulations to the entire Rialto High School family, and in particular to the coaching staff, the parents, and the athletes in the cheer squad and soccer team for such an amazing run towards CIF championship, national championships, state championships. Again, just that positive vibe, that positive energy that was there was just amazing to be a part of. And this morning I had the opportunity to spend a little bit of time at the end-of-year SMART. And SMART is a successfully motivating African American resilience training celebration at Eisenhower High School. And there too was an intense and very positive atmosphere that was very compelling and very inspiring. And I felt it. And so congratulations to the adults who provided the opportunities for those kids to be motivated and inspired, and especially to the kids, the students who were a part of the program. You can see that it made a tremendous impact, or had a tremendous impact on them over the course of this particular year. And I want to share some additional good news. Yesterday we were told in secret, today it was made public, but the Rialto Unified School District will be receiving the National Green Ribbon School District Award. We were one of 5 recipients in California, the only school district in California.
Wow.
And we will be going to Washington. So on September the 25th, a team of 5 of us will be going to Washington to receive the official award. And so I do want to thank Dr. D'Souza, Juanita Chan, Mohammed, Brian Montes, and especially all the teachers and classified staff who are a part of making this a National Green Ribbon School District. While we, administration, oftentimes may provide some of the resources, some of the direction, and do some of the paperwork, is really those of you who are doing this on the ground, in the classroom, in the gardens, and outside in the community that were able to qualify us for this national distinction. So congratulations and thank you to each of you for your contribution. And lastly, I want to acknowledge and congratulate Mr. Nathan Cook. Mr. Cook attended Hugh Banks Elementary School, Cope Middle School, and graduated from Eisenhower High School in 1996.
And was a student of mine.
Mr. Cook is also the son of Miss Polly Pastry, who was an elementary teacher in our district for many years. She is extremely proud of her son, who is a proud product, and is now the fire chief for the city of Redlands. So Chief, thank you for carrying your education towards a level of success that has established you in a leadership role, and thank you, Mrs. Pastry, for not only teaching, but entrusting us with your child who rose to the level of fire chief. We are all very proud of both of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Avila. Next, we go to our very own student board member, Jasmine Hernandez.
Good evening, everyone. It has been an amazing year, and I'm so sad to see it coming to an end, but I'm very excited to start a new chapter in our lives. I would just like to thank the district for making me feel part of your family, and I'd just like to thank Ms. Joffrey for everything you have done for DSAC, and I'm truly grateful. And I would like to thank everyone back at Rialto High School, my principal, the staff, for supporting me, saying, good luck on your board meetings. Oh, I love seeing you, like you did so good. And I'm just like, thank you. It means so much. And I would like to thank my beautiful mother right there for always supporting me. And then also want to congratulate class of 2019. We're almost done. Have a week left. June 1st is almost here, and everyone else. And I'm just really thankful to be the representative of the 29 schools here and to represent all the great students here at our USD. And that's it. I hope everyone has a safe and fun summer, and just thank you.
Thank you. Next, we go to our very own board member, Mr. Joseph Ayala.
Thank you, Board Member President Montes. First, a shout out to Jasmine Valenzuela. I'm so proud of her. You know, the pinnacle of human
Hernandez.
Is, did I say Valenzuela?
Yeah. We want to thank her too.
Absolutely. I believe she's retired as well. But the pinnacle of human intervention is, you know, making somebody feel good about themselves and that's a quality that you have. And I want to, in case your mom isn't listening to this, when you go home today, tell your mom she did a really good job with you. Okay, moving right along. So,
Joe?
you just keep being who you are.
I think we can say, Mom, you did a really good job with her.
Exactly. So we have a lot to talk about, but I'm going to try to condense it. It's a sensitive issue. On my right here, a crisis with disruptive learning. Teachers making notes and what they need. On the left here, advocates. AB 420. So you have state officials changing the rules. And what are the rules? Well, a lot of us know when you give a child discipline, it should be for the right reasons. What do you do at home when your son or daughter, you're busy working, you come home, you're doing the laundry, you're cooking the dinner, and the trash fills up, and you ask one of your siblings just to take the trash out, and they just ignore you? That's a tough one. You sit there and you stop, and you might say a few words that are not so positive, but everybody deals with these situations a little different. However, as a professional educator, we must act like professionals, and we must abide by the rules. It can be very frustrating. It's not easy. So we have to almost take a clinical approach as to how we deal with people that are not listening, people with special needs of some kind, because kids don't want to behave that way. A lot of times they behave that way because their needs not being met. Okay, so taking that clinical approach, then maybe we can make some improvements in the right direction. But this does not come without a cost. Okay? Now, we're doing a lot of things right here, no question about it. But it makes sense to get more help for our teachers in the classroom, because there is a premise, and that premise is teachers have a right to teach and students have a right to learn. And then you have other kids kind of not allowing that to happen. Okay, so that's very disruptive. You can no longer suspend at lower levels with these kids. They got to stay in those classrooms, and we're talking K through 3. But with other kids who are willfully defiant, you can't expel them for disobedience. So they're going to behave differently. And then your child, when you're trying to get your child to move in the positive direction, is going to be hampered by the interaction that the teacher is negatively probably using in a different direction. So the alarming statistics are that 20%, or 1 in 5 children, are emotionally disturbed right now. Okay? So almost every classroom that we have here at this school district has 1, 2, 3 kids not on task. So to work with that, it makes sense that if you had an assistant, a teacher has a clinical assistant in that classroom that knows how to work with that child. And let me give you an example. I'm not going to give you a whole dissertation here, but you walk in the classroom and Johnny is standing on top of the desk, and the desk is wobbling. A clinical approach is, or a non-clinical approach, is to shout at Johnny. Startle him, he might fall. You might even cause the problem. Or the clinical approach would be, Johnny, you know, that's not a good idea to be on top of that desk. You could hurt yourself, Johnny. It would be better if you would get off the desk. Yes, there's a lot of words there, but that's a clinical approach. Now, Johnny gets off the desk, then what does he do? He gets under the desk. Then you go, oh boy, he's going to be misbehaving, but a clinical approach is you look under the table, you look at Johnny, and you say, Johnny, well, at least you're not going to hurt yourself down there. I got to take roll, I got to do some things. I'll get back to you. All of a sudden, Johnny's recognized. And then in the meantime, the teacher's got an assistant that can go over there and work with Johnny. Johnny's everything okay? Talk to him a little bit. Who knows? I don't want to talk right now. Okay, I'll give you some time. These things are not easy, but this is where we're at. This is where we're at in education. We have to abide by the rules. These are the rules. So, old school is not going to understand this. They're going to be a little uncomfortable with this. But we don't set the big picture here. You know, we have to abide by rules. We have to stop at that light when it's red. If we don't, we have chaos. We have people getting hurt. Okay. The pendulum has swung. It will swing again. It doesn't always swing in the favor that we want. But you know what? Down deep, what would you do? What would you want if your child was one of those disruptive children? Didn't want to listen, laying on the floor, slobbering on himself? Do you want to say he doesn't count? I don't think so. So I hope everybody understands that we're going to do our best here in Rialto to work with all the kids. We're going to work with all the staff. We're going to do our best. It's not going to solve all the problems, but we're going to find ways and use our resources in the right direction here in Rialto. Thank you for the opportunity to share a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Ayala. Next we go to Mr. Joseph Martinez.
Thank you, President Montez. PBIS, as I understand it, was put into place by people who should know better and so forth. It was in place to address the school-to-prison pipeline. What I'm seeing and what I'm hearing is that the adults do not realize that we have to go through an entire culture change, which doesn't happen in a week or a year or 2 years. For the culture in our schools to go from where we were 10 years ago to now, a decade later, kids had to see the adults change. The adults had to be able to transfer the wisdom to the student of how to learn, how to react to bad influences. In other words, what I'm saying is PBIS is the culture changes on the adults, not the students. The students under, say, age 12 or 11, we have a good chance of reaching them directly. But their neighborhood, the people they hang with, their families, before they even reach school, they've learned so much. So whatever you see with your kids' friends, that can easily be how they're going to behave because that's the role modeling they've got. So until the adults learn to role model, and I'm talking the ones in school now, they could be classified, they could be teachers, they could be parents on campus. We're all leaders because kids are always watching us. So I hope that I am behaving the way I would want my 25,000 kids to behave. I hope I am behaving the way, if somebody punches me, I turn the other cheek, which is my upbringing. But I only have two cheeks. Third one is, it's on them. Because there is a price to pay. But that came from my neighborhood culture. The kind part for me, what's in me, came from Our Lady of Guadalupe, a parochial school. All the time, I had nuns modeling positive behavior and negative consequences if there was no positive behavior. The problem with that is that the zero tolerance negative consequences are now coming into play and biting us in the south end of the northbound donkey. there is no way to expect a kid to change if he only has the tools that he grew up with. He or she learns behavior. Yes, they have choices, but until they know a different behavior, a different response is programmed within them, and they select or elect to use that response, that's where we're at right now. Because teachers want the problem students out of class. The problem students have not been taught how to behave any differently. There's no role modeling that we have given them. So today, what is in place, and I'm talking for the adults, and Dutton's my neighborhood school, by the way. I don't know if it's got Family Leadership Institute or not, but it would really, really be beneficial. Because that teaches the parents, the adults, a different response. That gives them the tools that I didn't grow up with. So, bottom line, a culture change is not overnight. It's taken a decade to change how our students are being recognized, instead of for some negative, for a lot of positive. There's one right there. So I ask you to consider all these things, because I'm asking every adult in the Rialto Unified School District, parents included, to come alongside of this board and be part of the solution. Because we need every one of you and all of your wisdom and all of your positive influence that can go towards the kids. So, thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Martinez. Next, we go to Board Vice President, Ms. Nancy O'Kelly.
You want Dina first? Okay. Well, hello, and thank you all for joining us tonight. I first want to wish our amazing classified staff a wonderful Classified Employees Week this week, and want them to know that we deeply appreciate you and all that you do, and want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts. I also want to congratulate the 310 students, high school students, who this year earned the State Seal of Biliteracy, which will be on their diplomas this year. That's a special category. It's very, very prestigious to get that, same as a Golden Merit seal. And this year, our three comprehensive high schools combined had 310 students who earned that, and will have it on their diploma when they receive their diplomas. So that is just, to me, wonderful news. I think our kids have to be more multilingual than we were, say, in my day. It's a necessity now for kids to know more than one language than English, and these kids have done that. I also want to congratulate a student from Frisbee. Her name is Rihanna Esparza. She was chosen as a semifinalist for the Cook Young Scholars Program. It's a pre-college program for high-achieving 7th graders. And Rihanna, in 7th grade, exceeded the standards in both math and English on the CASP, which is extremely difficult to do. So that's quite an accomplishment. And I want to say congratulations to Rihanna. And wow, has it been busy the past week and a half to 2 weeks. Last week I attended the Senior Awards Night on Tuesday at Rialto High, on Wednesday at Carter High, and on Thursday at Eisenhower. But it's so wonderful to see the students, these seniors, receiving their awards and accolades and scholarships from the community and community members. It's a really fun night to go to. And on Friday, I attended the lovely We Honor Our Own, which was put on by our wonderful personnel department, in which we celebrated our staff for their years of service in the district, as well as saying goodbye to our retirees who are excited about starting the next chapter of their lives. Then Saturday night, I attended the Eisenhower Choir's spring concert. For those of you who still have not seen it, I guess it sounds like I'm biased towards Eisenhower, but seriously, this is the best show in town. You have to go see it. And so their show was absolutely amazing, and it was their first show in their new theater. So it was a very special night, and the students were amazing. And yesterday I attended the Millionaire Teacher Awards, which honored the teachers whose students have read 1 million or more words this year with the Footsteps to Brilliance program. We had one teacher had a student who read 16 million words in 1 year. This will definitely ensure that students are reading at grade level by 3rd grade. Jasmine Valenzuela has developed this literacy initiative, the entire program, from the ground up. And I have to say, she rocked it. She did it very, very well. And she is retiring this year, so I don't know who could possibly ever take her place. We are definitely going to feel that loss. And Jasmine Hernandez, I wish you all the best in college next year and as you carry on in life. And don't forget us. We want to hear from you and know how you're doing. And that's all for me. Thank you.
All righty. Thank you, Ms. Vice President, Ms. Nancy O'Kelly. So I go next. I just first would like to say good evening, buenas noches. I first want to start off with thanking all of the classified employees. This week is Classified Employees Appreciation Week. So thank you, each and every one of you, for everything that you do. And for Classified Employees Appreciation Week, I would like to call up our awesome, hardworking security, so we could up to the front, so we could give them a round of applause.
They probably skipped out on a break.
And let me just say something. I took a break a minute ago and crossed the hall, and I saw the security officers in the hallway. They're out there guarding these doors. They're always guarding this board meeting, the audience, the people in this building. They're out patrolling the outside parameters. They've got patrol cars. They don't leave till the very last person walks and drives out of their driveway, of this driveway. They do an awesome job. So for Classified Employees Appreciation Week, I'd like to give them a round of applause. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. So if you guys see me make sign language out of them, like things like, or sometimes go like, it just means, don't worry, it just means, hey, keep an eye on that person over there. Just kidding. No, but they do an awesome job, so thank you. Thank you very much for all of that you do. And also I want to just piggyback off what Ms. O'Kelly said regarding the We Honor Our Own, and somebody else thanked, I believe the Classified Union President thanked Personnel Services for putting on an awesome We Honor Our Own event. It's funny because a lot of people, not a lot of people, but some people leave right after the award ceremony, and then other people stay for the party. So me and my wife always stay for the party, And it's nice, to mingle and share some time and spend some time with all of our hardworking employees, all of the people being recognized, all the people that are there to support them being recognized, all of the people that retire and go for a final goodbye to many people that they worked so hard with for so long. It's nice to have the union leadership there joining us in recognizing all of the hardworking staff. Thank you guys, and thank you again to Personnel Services for putting on such an awesome event. I think I appreciate it as a board member, as a parent of this district, and I'm sure a lot of the staff and their families appreciate it, because a lot of the staff take their families, of course, and they seem to really appreciate it. So thank you again. We seen and we took pictures with former student board member Cristina Fernandez, which was a former student board member. I don't remember exactly.
2008.
2000.
I think they said. No. 2010. No, 'cause she was not. I was on. Yes, because I.
Right before. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
So anyway, an update on former board member Cristina Fernandez. She's finishing up at University California, Irvine. She's got a. Is she interning? I believe she got an internship, or she got a job.
I heard internship, something.
She got an internship with a big, heavy-duty law firm somewhere down in the coast, and she looks the same. But obviously, she's doing really good, and we're very happy and very proud that our student board members can go on to higher education and chase those careers and follow their dreams. So thank you for that, and thank you, Jasmine Hernandez, for serving on the school board with us. It's been a pleasure. Thank you to Mrs. Hernandez for letting us borrow her every board meeting, and for supporting her. So thank you guys. Best wishes, from my family to yours. Best wishes in all that you do, and don't be a stranger. I don't know if that's your little sister over there, so maybe you have more reasons to visit us or whatnot, but we're here. If you ever need us for anything, we're here to help in anything that we can. So thank you. And if you stay till the end, you can do me the honor and you could bang your gavel when we adjourn. Graduation's June 1st. This is the last and final board meeting of the school year, and our graduations is, to me, to many people, favorite time of the year. I know a lot of people are just, drained and ready to get vacation on and ready to, be off for the summer. We, unfortunately, the superintendent and a bunch of other people at the district and at other schools still have to work during the summer. So I look forward to seeing everybody that's still going to be joining us for the board meetings during the summer. But congratulations to all of the students that are taking that next step in their life, that have gone through the accomplishment of graduating, that will be graduating. Congratulations to you and your families. We wish you all of the best in all of your endeavors. And we thank you for giving our school district and our schools the opportunity to be a part of your education and a part of you, a part of your lives. So thank you, and we look forward to getting sore from our cheeks from all the smiles we're going to have to, all the smiling we're going to have to do to make sure that those senior graduation pictures when we hand those diplomas look nice and we're not up there like this. So we look forward to that. And Want to congratulate our new Central Kitchen Supervisor. Want to congratulate our new Child Nutrition Program Innovator. Big round of applause.
Who happens to be here in the house.
Big round of applause to the lunch ladies, AKA Nutrition Services. Fawcett and Maria, Christina, Sarah, and everybody else at Nutrition Services. We continue to be very proud of all of the hard work that you guys do. We continue to support you in everything that you guys want to do, because we do know that you guys go above and beyond what almost any former Nutrition Services leadership has done in the past year, and probably do in many other districts. So thank you for all of that, and we look forward to continuing to see good things come from your guys' department and your guys' hard work and dedication. And then also, I want to thank the very courageous leader of Padres Unidos, which is a parent support group of parents of special education students, Mrs. Celia Saravia, for inviting us inviting not only the district but everyone from the community to the Holy Sacraments ceremony at Our Lady of the Rosary Cathedral in San Bernardino. It's a very beautiful ceremony, and I know not all of us can make it every year, and I know I've missed a couple over the years, but I've made it to most, but I've missed a couple, and thank you for letting us be a part of that special moment for our special education students and their families. And gracias. I want to again congratulate everybody that Dr. Avila mentioned. I'm not going to mention everybody. I think he said Dr. D'Souza, Juanita Chan, Brian Montez, and a bunch of other people for the prestigious Green Awards recognition we continue to excel in. And thank you, Dr. Avila, and your team for supporting those staff members with those endowers.
Great news.
Mrs. Sanchez, Mr. Montano, thank you guys for coming here to share with us, not only in bad times but also in good times. It's nice to come. It's nice to hear once. Well, you're welcome to say whatever you want to say, but sometimes the comments aren't always. I guess I could say with the happy tone, and but you're more than welcome to express yourselves, and I appreciate you guys coming up and also recognizing a lot of the good hard work that not only your colleagues do, but a lot of people in the district and this board tries to do. So thank you for that, and thank you for the book, Mrs. Sanchez. I think you should file for a reimbursement with the district office, send it to Dr. Avila's, and we'll make sure we'll take care.
Yes, from me personally.
I'm just joking. Thank you very much. Thank you. And then last but not least, I want to say to all the Johnnies out there in all the classrooms, let's not give up. Let's keep our heads up. Personally, I had a couple Johnnies in my classrooms and that I was a student in, and I know exactly what Mr. Ayala is referencing, and sometimes I feel like I was that Johnny. Maybe sometimes I still am, but let's not give up on those kids. Let's not give up on those Johnnies. Let's not give up on those teachers that need the help and the support that we want to make sure that they're getting. So with that, thank you, Mr. Ayala, for always providing that insight for us. And if there's nothing else, and nobody else has anything else to say, we'll move on to the rest of the meeting and finish this last board meeting of the year. Oh, and last but not least, shout out to Mr. Russell Silva. I see him in the back over there. He's been gone for a while. Welcome back. Thank you for coming to our last meeting. All right, anybody else? Okay. D, public hearing, open public hearing.
So moved.
Do we have-
Second.
College and Career Access Pathway, CCAP, partnership agreement pursuant to Education Code EC Section 76004B. A participating community college district may enter into a college and career access pathway, CCAP, partnership with a school district partner that is governed by CCAP, partnership agreement approved by the governing boards of both districts as a condition of and before adopting an AB 288 CCAP partnership agreement. The governing board of each district. Did I just read the same sentence twice?
It sounds like it, but keep going.
Oh my God.
Keep going.
And at an open public meeting of the board shall present the dual enrollment partnership agreement as an informational item. The governing board of each district at a subsequent open public meeting of the board shall take comments from the public and approve or disapprove the proposed agreement.
Move to close public hearing.
Do we have a second? Second. And as long as we have no comments for it, we can close it. No comments? Vote by board members?
Aye.
Time is 9:10. Consent calendar items. All items on the consent calendar will be acted upon in one motion unless pulled by the Board of Education, members of or the superintendent for individual action. Do we have a motion to approve consent calendar items reference E through J?
So moved.
Second.
Any comments or questions? Preferential vote by student board member.
Aye.
Thank you. Vote by board members.
Aye.
Next we go to K, discussion action items. First item is to adopt Matemáticas Diarias as the core mathematics program for the 1st through 5th grades dual language immersion program schools at Boyd, Garcia, Cali, and Morris Elementary Schools for the next 5 years, starting at the 2019-2020 school year. The program will include both print and online resources at a cost of $213,847.30 to be paid from the general fund, reference K 1.1 through 2.
Move to approve.
Second.
Questions or comments?
Nope.
I just want to say thank you for previous to the board for previously approving dual language immersion program, and I'm confident that we will continue to support this program. Our students have done an awesome job, and I think Rialto is one of the districts that's leading the way in dual immersion education. So with that, do we have a vote by board members?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Next we go to K2, award bid number 1819011 for site work for additional portable classrooms at Cali Elementary School to IVL Contractors, Inc. for a total cost not to exceed $359,000, $664. Effective May 23rd, 2019 through December 31st, 2019, to be paid from Fund 25 Capital Facilities Fund.
Move to approve.
Second.
Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Next we go to item 3. Approve the recommendations of the administrative hearing panel. AP stipulated expulsion, case number 181962.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor of approving this expulsion?
Aye.
Aye. The next regular meeting of the Board of Education of the Rialto Unified School District will be held on Wednesday, June 12th, 2019 at 7 p.m. at the Dr. John R. Casalunas Education Center at 182 East Walnut Avenue, Rialto, California. Materials distributed or presented to the Board of Education at the board meeting are available upon request from the superintendent's office. And with that, we go to item L, which is the adjournment. And do we have a motion?
Why don't we let Jasmine?
I was going to let her do just the gavel, but do the whole thing better.
So, move to adjournment.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Second.
Okay, now you're going to get your gavel, you're going to get the bass, and you're...
No.
And you're gonna say all. You're gonna say all in favor.
First,
and
she has to have her preferential vote.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right. Preferential vote.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, now you're gonna say all in favor, and then once everybody votes, then you say boom, 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 meeting adjourned.
Awesome. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
Good job.
Mr. President.